If you've ever struggled with timings for English language, this video will single-handedly solve your problem. And the time you spend watching this video till the end, you will literally save in excess in every single language exam. This acronym is the ultimate hack. The acronym is SPEND. So the S stands for statements, the P stands for places, the E stands for events, the N stands for names, and the D stands for development. So S for statements, this means we're looking for any viewpoints or perspectives. Does anyone have any opinions? Anything we can kind of see that has someone's viewpoint, are they for or against something? The P for places, are there any locations mentioned? Does it change throughout the text? Does it stay the same? The E for events, spot any key things that are happening, any actions, any bit in the plot that's moving it forward. The N is for names, which characters are we dealing with? And the D stands for development. So any shifts, any progressions, anything's going forward, anything regressing, going back in the event or in the character. So here are 5 questions to ask yourself when you're reading through the language extract to speed up your reading time. So this is linking to our acronym of SPEND, right? So the S for statements, what opinions or facts are presented? P is for places, are there any changes in the setting? E is for events, what are the key moments or turning points in the text? N is for names, who is involved? D is for development. So what changes or conclusions are made by the end of the passage? What also is another little top tip and a hack for timings for English language is having structures for every single question. So what we do in the Lightup Hub, for example, we give you structures, every single language question with sentence starters, with model examples, all done for you. So all you've got to do is remember it and put it into your exam. Let's go through a language extract and I'm going to show you how you can speedily read through it to save time in your exams. Now, before you read this extract, I want you to have in mind our acronym of SPEND. And you can literally get 5 different color highlighters, or you can just use your pen or highlight or whatever you've got in the exam. And you're going to highlight every time you see either our S, P, E, N, or D. Now, I'm just going to put the extract on the screen for you so you can give this a go. So just pause the video. Okay, cool. Now you've done it, let's actually go through where SPEND would be. And don't worry if you've got slightly different things, as long as you'll be able to comment on them and then talk about the effect, then it's all good. Okay, so let's look at S for statements. So when she says, I'm not running anymore, this kind of illustrates her shift in mindset. And then when Mark says, you don't have to do this alone, we can see his viewpoint is he's very supportive towards Emily and he's almost comforting her. So I think the statements allow us to really understand their opinion and their viewpoint. Now let's look at P for places. So we look at the crumbling cliff, the ocean below, the old lighthouse, the winding path below. So we can kind of see these various locations really help set the scene and make us understand about what's going on in the extract. Let's now look at E for events. So if we kind of look at the bit of her standing at the edge of the cliff, Mark appearing from the path, the brief confrontation between them, they kind of mark the main events and the tension that's building up in the extract. And you kind of see already, just with our S, P, and E, we're getting a really good idea as to what's going on, and it gives us key focus points that we can analyze in our language questions. The N is for names. So we've got Emily and Mark, helps it be really clear on our mind on who we're talking about and who contributes to each part of the plot. And then D we've got for development. So development as well, you can talk about character development, also the development within the text itself. So we could have been talking about the development of Emily's character. We can also talk about how it develops from start to end. So we can kind of see this development, that there is a progression. So Emily at the beginning, she's on the edge of the cliff, there's this apprehension. And then towards the end of the extract, we see this kind of determination and this openness. So you can see from using SPEND, we get a really good holistic, so kind of all over idea of what's going on, and it just gives you really specific focal points on what you want to look at and what you want to cover within the extract. So guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like this video, share it to a friend, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna link a video up here to help you further with your language revision. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.